I'm back with another story time to follow up with that first time sleep with a girl story time. We're finna talk about my coming out story. My coming out story. Oh child. Scariest day of my life, but at the very same time it was very freeing for me. It was my junior year of high school. It was pretty much after that experience with the girl that I slept with and everything. So I knew who I was by that time, and it was just like,
Oh, this is me. This is how I like to be. Take it or leave it. What you gonna do? Who gonna stop me?
But at the time, I didn't even mention it to my parents. I didn't mention it to none of my peoples, and I was just like, that's none of their business who I'm dropping this for the thump for. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of their business. It's not. That's it. You know, I was minding my business, and kids in school know when you gay. It's like, I don't know what it is.
It's like they just sense it. They sense it. They smell it. They hear it. And
it was one dude who was just like,
I know she gay.
and I'm just sitting over there.
Boy, no, I'm not. You don't know me. Why you in my business?
Just playing that role as of like playing that mystery role. Like, I didn't want nobody in my business, but at the same time they couldn't guess about anything because I was into the whole androgynous look. So I would dress like a dude, but I kind of look like a female all at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. But, you know, I was wearing boyish clothes, but I still looked really feminine with it. And it was like a lot of people tried to figure me out, and it was just like, I really just was like one of those real secretive people. Like,
it's none of your business who I'm dropping this for the thump for. Same thing with my family. It's none of your business.
So it came a day, junior year, everybody in the lunchroom, you know, all of the bull goes down in the lunchroom. Everything goes down. All the fights happen, all the arguments happen, all the confronts happen, all the confrontations happen, all of what's that you said about me and my friend happened, all that extra stuff, including music when people be dancing in the lunchroom. That lunchroom was fucking lit. I don't give a damn. Everybody can say Bogan High School was fucking ghetto, but the lunchroom was lit. That's where it was at. That's where all the good stuff happened. But, you know, this one particular day, it was this one dude who just kept saying,
I know you gay and all this other stuff.
And then it was like one time he had caught me kissing this one girl, and it was just like him and this other girl that didn't like me at the time was just like,
oh, is she gay or something? And then he was like, I don't know, but she doing some gay ass, you know, ish or whatnot.
And I'm just like, oh, I don't care. So I kiss the girl again.
But anyways, I was just like, you know what?
What difference would it make? Like, what is me kissing a girl on the lips make me gay? What if I'm just doing it as a friendly gesture? In my head, that's the way I looked at it.
But, you know, I was in denial back then. I was in real deal denial. But we was in the lunchroom, and, you know, we was chilling. I ate my food. You know, I'm partying with my people, the people I hang out with, the people I'm cool with. We sitting there, we vibing to the music, and we like, you know, we playing around and we joking around and stuff like we usually do. And he just came out of nowhere and just said,
you suck, or these titties and all this other stuff. You out here gay as hell and you don't want to tell nobody and all this other stuff.
I'm just sitting there like,
boy, what does it matter to you, and how the hell you all in my business and what I do in my mouth, and how you know if I really did that or not. You ain't got no proof and all this other stuff.
He was like, I do got proof. Here go the text messages of her telling me what happened when y'all was in the basement. I'm
just like, whoa. Wow.
So I'm looking at her, and she just looking away, and I'm just like,
I'm like, what the fuck would you tell her that? I thought that was between me and you.
Old girl was just looking away, acting like she don't know what the fuck was happening, what the fuck was going on. And I'm just sitting there taking all the heat from everybody. Everybody just looking
at me like, oh, she gay. I knew.
You know what I'm saying? They look crap. And I'm like, boy,
Well, why are you so concerned about what females is doing? You acting like a whole, bitch out here and all this other stuff.
so we getting into it, and it's getting into a heated argument, and we just into it, like we arguing back and forth. Like I'm saying what I gotta say, I'm da 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 da. He like da 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 da, and I'm just like,
Now you got me messed up. Now I want to fight.
so the security guards came in. Then next thing we know, we inside of some type of disciplinary room. And basically, the office always got a snitch on you. As soon as you hit that office, they finna do a call home. So they ended up asking, like, what was y'all in here arguing about? We tell them. I was just like, we arguing because he kept bothering me. I wasn't trying to, like, really get into details about it. And he was like,
I'm arguing with her because she don't want to tell people that she gay and all this other stuff.
Like, so now you telling the office people? Like, why? Why are you so avid on telling everybody that I am gay? Like, why is that your business?
office people was just looking like, oh, this is serious and all this other stuff. And then it was just like, it was one courteous lady, and she was actually telling him, like, you can't, like, force people out of the closet if they don't want to be forced out of the closet. And she was like, allegedly she could be, but that's not your place to try to make her, come to terms with it or tell people about it or, broadcast it to everybody, because you make people feel uncomfortable that way and stuff like that. And, sometimes people, hurt themselves over these type of issues. And, I appreciate her for saying that. Shout out to her. But at the same time, it was just like,
why he had to do that?
but anywho, we ended up getting a phone call home. He went in first. He got to telling his peoples what happened. His peoples was just like, whatever about it. Like, they didn't care. And, when I had to call my mom and tell her what happened, I don't know what it is about my mom, but she was up there. She was up there, like, quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, she came up there, like, within 20 minutes. Like, I don't know how she got up there, but she flew up there. I really feel like mothers have wings. She flew up there that day. Like, I was having so many, like, negative thoughts going through my head. Like, I was having so many doubts, and I was just like, dude, I don't know what is going to happen, what's going to, like, ensue once we get home. Talking to me and stuff, and then she took me outside, and we was sitting at these long benches. I don't know what it was about Bowman, but they had these long benches with all of these, like, arts and stuff and people on it. And I was sitting on one end, she was sitting all the way down at the other end. I wanted it that way. I didn't want her to have no room to touch me if she got upset. So, I sat at one end, and she was like, oh, what happened? And I was just
like, basically he accusing me of being gay.
And she was like, well, are you? And I was just like,
oh, I teared up a little bit and my voice cracked up.
And she was like, she looked at me and she started, like, crying, and I was just like,
oh dang, I really made her cry. That probably really hurt her feelings. And she was
like, I was waiting on you to tell me this whole time, and I knew, and I've been knew for a long time. I was just waiting for you to be comfortable enough to tell me. And then she was like, we'll talk about this over dinner. And she was like, I'll meet you home and stuff like that so you can have time to yourself. And then, I took the bus home, and I ended up taking my time going home. Like, I went to, like, the mall to walk around and clear my head a little bit. Then I ended up taking the bus home. And we had a good conversation. She was just telling me, like, she didn't love me any less. She didn't care about me any different. And she just was waiting for me to tell her. She said she already knew. And, from then on, I was fine. And, it was what it was. I ended up telling my siblings, my other two sisters. And, I didn't tell my dad until my senior year when I graduated out of high school. He wasn't too pleased about that. I mean, I come from a Baptist Christian background, so it was like, him being a pastor, he wasn't too open to the idea of, his daughter, liking the same sex. Everybody else was fine with it. But, still to this day, we don't have the best relationship because of the simple fact that he doesn't respect my boundaries as a human being. And that's pretty much my coming out story, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.
And it goes a little something like